Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Check, check. All right, cool. Check, check, 1, 2, 3.
The president of Bishop Moore is
Check,
Thomas
check,
Doyle.
1, 2.
Principal
All right.
is Nick Pavgusis. And our athletic director is Joe Forney.
Actually, you know what? This will give me a little more light if I do this. Hey, there we go. There we go. Yeah.
The officials for tonight's game are from the Lake Region Officials Association of Polk County. The referee is Tim Harper.
Let's see. We could go live and I don't have that much to say.
Field judge is Joshua Claros. Side judge is Aaron Riley. Back judge is Leroy Lucas. And our clock operator
Can they hear me?
is
They can hear me?
Inez Spence. For your
Check,
captains
check.
for this game.
Okay. All right,
For
cool.
the Bishop Moore Hornets.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium. Playoff football is in the air. Dunelleon Tigers and the Bishop Moore Hornets in a winner-go-home situation. This is the regional semifinals, and the winner of this game goes on to the next round to play the winner of number 1 O'Galley or number 4 Titusville. Happy to be on the call. Jared Oliver here at Memorial Stadium, Bishop Moore. We've had the pleasure of seeing them several times this season. Once again tonight, the wide receiver Kenyon Austin for the Hornets is out tonight. Their leading receiver in touchdowns and yards. He's out with a knee injury. His timeline to return is uncertain, so we don't know if we've seen the last of Austin as well. Also, Jackson Anderson, the wide receiver for the Hornets, also out tonight. So I talked to head coach Matt Hedrick before the game, and he said he's going to have other guys step up tonight, and they're going to lean on the run game of Amari Johnson and on the arm of Bjorn Jurgensen as well. Bishop Moore will receive the opening kickoff to start the football game. Nice chill in the air here in Orlando, Florida. We'll enjoy it while it lasts.
Kicking off, Mark Pastorella.
Mark Pastorella to boot it away. And a short kick. Devon St. Clair fields it from the 20 and gets inside the 35-yard line. And the Bishop Moore offense will come out for their first possession of the game from the 32-yard line, led by their 3-star quarterback, the Virginia commit, Bjorn Jurgensen. Over 24 passing yards this year, had 168 passing yards and 2 touchdowns last week versus Eastside. Coming into this game with 134.8 QBR. He's led this team to a 9-4 season. 25 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season. 3 receivers set. First play, they go play fake. Jurgensen, sprint right, and looking for Matt Sullivan. That one thrown in the dirt and brings up second down.
That brings up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 for Bishop Moore from their own 32-yard line. Amari Johnson, the running back in the backfield. Play fake, throws underneath, and that's Marcus Talma. He's got space on the far side, and that'll be good for a first down, gain of 11.
On that reception is number 16, Magnus Talma. That brings up a Bishop Moore first down.
Talma coming into this game with 2 catches last week. In motion is number 11. And he's going to be a huge factor tonight for this offense. That's Trenton Gummer, special athlete he is. And before this season started, he mentioned that Gummer is a special athlete, one of the best he's ever coached. And they're going to rely on him heavily. He's going to play a lot of slot receiver tonight in the absence of Kenyon Austin. So it'll be 2nd down and 3 from midfield. Johnson, the running back. Early movement, flag comes out, and that'll be false start on Bishop Moore. Looks like the freshman Ron Schroeder with early movement.
That'll push the Hornets back 5.
'23rd season for head coach Matt Hedrick of Bishop Moore. First handoff of the night to Amari Johnson, looking to get something on the right edge, and nothing there. Gain of nothing. And a great tackle by Elijah Towns. Brings up 3rd down and 8 for the Hornets. Third and 8 from the Bishop Moore 45. Jurgensen underneath. It's to Sullivan. And can it get away from the tackle? That'll bring up 4th down and about 3. Does cross midfield. And we'll see what the offense decides to do here. Matt Hedrick thinking about going for it here at this spot of the field. And it looks like the offense will go. 4th and 2 for Bishop Moore. And they get to Johnson up the middle. Has the first down, rolling past the 40-yard line. And that'll be a first down for the Hornets. Amari Johnson coming into this game, eclipsing the 1,000-yard mark last week against Eastside. And back to Johnson they go. There's a lane. Gets through it and gets in the secondary. Gain of 8 on the play.
Amari Johnson, 21, runs that to the 28.
Last week versus Eastside, Amari Johnson, 128 yards on 23 carries, 2 touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown as well. 2nd and 2 from the 27. Matt Sullivan in motion. They play fake. Jurgensen up the middle, using his legs. He can run, and that'll be a first down as he gets near the 15-yard line.
Picks up the first down. That's a gain of 12. Elijah Towns brings
Bjorn Jurgensen, 2nd on the team in rushing yards.
the 25.
First and 10 for the Hornets from the 15-yard line. Jurgensen dials it up, takes a shot to the end zone, and nobody home, looking for Marcus Talma. And the Bishop Moore fans looking for the flag, but nothing there.
Pass is incomplete.
Maverick Scapinci on the coverage for Dunelleon.
Pass was intended to mount the Mavericks' talent.
Second and 10 for Bishop Moore. They give it to Johnson up the middle through the trenches, and he's going to fight forward as he gets inside the 10-yard line. Gain of 7.
Amari Johnson picks up 8 yards on that carry.
Good run from the transfer from Willing Park High School out of West Virginia. He ran for 952 yards last season. No major offers for the junior so far. 3rd and short for Bishop Moore. Johnson on Jurgensen's left hip. And they give it to him again. Up the middle. Breaks through. Touchdown, Bishop Moore. And what a drive led by Johnson. Leading the charge. Puts the Hornets on the board. #15th rushing touchdown of the season for Amari Johnson. And the kick is up and it goes through. So Bishop Moore takes care of business on their opening drive. 7-0 with 8:32 left to go in the first quarter. You're watching Road to the 305.
The Bishop Moore Hornets 7. The Dunelleon Tigers 0.
All right.
On that kick, number 48, Winston Fiber. On the hold, back shoulder. At this point, again,
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Bishop Moore goes down the field in their opening drive, 7-0 with 8:32 to go. That drive mostly led by Amari Johnson coming into this game following a 3-touchdown performance last week against Eastside. And this will be fielded inside the 5-yard line. And there is space on the side. He has a lane, still on his feet, and gets all the way to his own 45-yard line.
on that tackle, saving the touchdowns.
But there is a flag down on the field. That return was Malachi Bullock, the 6'1 senior, and he can fly. So there's no flag down on the field. The play stands. So Dunelleon and his offense will set up shop at their own 45-yard line. And Brody Rowland, the senior, getting the start tonight at quarterback. And here's the Navy commit. Sean Martin picks up about 3 on the play. So the starting quarterback originally for Dunelleon is Dylan Curry, but before the game we learned that he suffered an ankle injuries. He is dressed and ready to go, but he will be limited tonight, so it will be a quarterback by committee tonight for the Tigers. Elijah Towns, the junior, the running back in the backfield, along with Dylan Donahoe. And they go up the middle to Donahoe. And a gain of about 2 on the play brings up 3rd down for Dunelleon. Tackle made by the junior Marco Mahajer, the son of UCF athletic director Terry Mahajer. Third down and 4 for the Tigers. Broden rolling under center. And they toss it to Sean Martin. Has a lane and gets to the second level. That'll be a 1st down. Gain of 15 on the play. Check that, gain of 20. And that'll be a 1st down for Dunelleon.
On that tackle, number 33, Aiden Fallon.
Tackle made by number 33, Aiden Fallon.
That brings up a Tiger 1st down.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers at the 33-yard line.
At quarterback is Brody Rowland, number 18.
Donahoe and Martin in the backfield. And they give it up the middle to Donahoe. Gets to the second level, and that'll be another 1st down. Gain of 11 for the Tigers.
Give that to Hudson Altenberg.
Good start to the drive for the Tigers following the good kick return by Malachi Bullock. First and 10 for the Tigers at the 22-yard line. Jeffrey Vickers checks in at running back in the backfield. And they do a misdirection. It's going to be Sean Martin. And he's a special athlete, folks. 3-star Navy commit. Plays both sides of the ball. And we'll take our first official timeout here. 5:59 left to go in the first quarter. Dunelleon driving down the field. You're watching Road to the 305 on NFHS Network. Back at Memorial Stadium, Dunelleon trying to punch it in on their opening drive. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers at the 19. And it'll be a sweep to the right, and he's going to be met quickly by the middle linebacker. That's Lance Johnson, leads the team in tackles. Had a fumble recovery for a touchdown last week. 6 foot 235, and the senior making his presence there. Third and 6 for Dunelleon from the 18. Check that, from the 17. And they go jet sweep off the edge, but it's going to be met by a gang of Hornets. Elijah Towns on the carry, and he's one of the fastest players on the field, but can't get loose there. And that'll be a loss of 1 for the Tigers. And he was met by Peter Canyon, the 6'4", 225 junior. Fourth down, Dunelleon going for it here. It's 4th and 7. Sean Smith at quarterback. Sean Martin. Ball's on the ground, comes out. Bishop Moore says they have it, and it'll be Bishop Moore football. A promising drive for the Tigers, and they turn it over. Sean Martin goes in at quarterback, and the ball ends up on the ground. Bishop Moore takes over, and they'll have the ball for their second offensive possession at their own 18-yard line. So with 4:11 to go in the first quarter, Bishop Moore with a chance to make this a 2-score game following the turnover. 4 receivers set for the Hornets. And Jurgensen hands it off to Johnson, and nothing there. A loss of 1 on the play.
On that tackle,
Donovan Gonzalez on the tackle. Gonzalez leads the team in tackles. He came into this game with 105. So 2nd and long for Bishop Moore. Jurgensen sets up, has time, steps up in the pocket, eyes downfield, and decides to go out of bounds, and he'll take what he can get as he crosses the 20-yard line.
Jordan Jorgensen brings it up for a 37. That's a gain of 4.
4 receiver set for the Hornets. Sullivan in motion. Jurgensen sprints right and throws. That'll be good for a first down. Malachi Smith for this first catch of the night. Twelfth catch of the season for Malachi Smith, but that'll be good for a first down. 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Jurgensen throws underneath to Devon St. Clair, and that'll be a loss of yardage. Oh, check that. That pass falls incomplete. And there is an injured Hornet on the field.
Player down on the field.
Can't get a number on who that is. And as they attend to the injured player, we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching NFHS Network. .311 left to go in the first quarter. Bishop Moore with their second possession of the game. Devon St. Clair is able to walk off on his own. And Bishop Moore already banged up with injuries. They're without 2 of their top receivers tonight, in Kenyon Austin and Jackson Anderson. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 for Bishop Moore from their own 27. And early movement up front. Both sides pointing at each other.
Offside.
It'll be offsides against the Tigers, so that'll give Bishop Moore 5 more back.
The walk-off 5. Brings it past the original line of scrimmage.
Looks like early movement was number 9, Eli Nelson for Dunelleon, 6'2" senior. So 2nd and 8 for Bishop Moore. Johnson on the edge, breaks through, and that'll be a first down. And that'll be a gain of 13 on the play. Johnson in rhythm already in this first quarter. Spoke to head coach Matt Hedrick before the game. He said he will lean on and rely on Amari Johnson, barring all the injuries they have on offense. So far, he's delivered. Already 1 rushing touchdown in this game. But there was a flag on the play, and that'll move the Hornets back. I'm not sure what the call was. Looks like it was a holding call. So erase that run for Amari Johnson. So 2nd and about 16 for Bishop Moore. 4 receivers set, 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Quick slant throw to Malachi Smith. And it'll be a gang of white jerseys to bring him down. That'll make it 3rd down and manageable.
That ball was complete to Malachi Smith.
2nd catch of the night for Smith.
Back to the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of 8. 3rd and 9.
4 receivers set for the Hornets. 3rd and 9 from their own 33-yard line. Jurgensen with time, fires in the gap, and that'll be Marcus Tagma. He'll be short for a first down.
Complete to Magnus Tama. Gain of 8. Bring up 4th and 1.
Tama had 2 catches last week. He'll be much more busy tonight. And the tight end, Peter Gammon, checks in for Bishop Moore.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4th and 1.
Jurgensen goes under center, 4th and 1. Jurgensen, QB sneak up the middle, and we'll see where they spot the football. This will be close. And I don't know if he got it. The officials having a conversation. Still no word from the officials. And still no ruling. And they're going to do a measurement. So we'll see what this call is going to be. This is a big call for Bishop Moore and for Dunelleon. Tigers football. Big time stop for the Tigers. They take over. So they got a short field to work with following the turnover on offense on their first possession.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 41.
First and 10 for Dunelleon from the 41. Sean Martin at quarterback. And it'll be a run to the left. And look at the speed. Quickly gets yardage off the edge. Pickup of 6.
The left side brings up a gain of 6. Second down and 4.5.
As a reminder, the starting quarterback for Dunelleon, Dylan Curry, came into this game with an ankle injury, so we haven't seen his presence yet in this game. That'll be a handoff up the middle to Dylan Donahoe for the senior. The leading rusher for this Tigers football team had 15 carries for 151 and a touchdown last week against Mount Dora. And the officials call it first down and 10 for the Tigers. .25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Sean Martin in the shotgun. And it's play fake. Martin up the middle. Ball comes out again. But Martin jumps on it. Second fumble in the game for Sean Martin. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. Bishop Moore up 7-0. Dunelleon trying to punch it in on their third drive of the football game. You're watching NFHS Network, Road to the 305.
Gainesville or visit.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium as we start the second quarter. 2nd down and 5 for Dunelleon. They're trying to punch it in for their first touchdown of the football game. And that's Donahoe looking for a lane and still on his feet, breaking tackles. And he's on his way to the end zone, but a flag out on the play. What an effort from Dylan Donahoe. Well, I don't know if this is going to stand. We'll check the flag.
Counter on the right side, scored for a touchdown. Looks like it'll come back.
And it'll be a face mask against Dunelleon. So that wipes the touchdown off the board.
Personal foul face mask against the Tigers.
Costly mistake there. Wipes the touchdown off the board. So Dunelleon with 2 fumbles in this game and a holding call that wipes the touchdown off the board. Winner of this game is going to move on to the next round to play either Oak Galley or Titusville, who's in action tonight. 2nd down and 8 for Dunelleon. Jeffrey Vickers checks in at running back. And he bounces off the right side. And for a short gain, brings up 3rd down for the Tigers. Dunelleon averaging 194 rushing yards per contest. And a flag is out. It'll be a sideline warning on Bishop Moore. And you can see Bishop Moore's head coach, Matt Edrick, telling his players to stay back. So 3rd and 6 for Dunelleon. Sean Martin takes the snap, looking downfield, dials it up, and he's got a man downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! Elijah Towns. I mentioned earlier, he's one of the fastest players on the field, and he puts his team on the board. Mark Pastorella on for the point after.
On that kick, Mark Pastorella.
And the kick is up, and it goes through. So both of these teams had blowout wins last week. I think things will go a little different tonight. Tie ball game, you're watching the NFHS Network from Memorial Stadium. .11:02 left to go in the second quarter. Dunelleon, after a couple of mistakes on offense, they finally punch in their first touchdown of the game. Leveled at 7. Mark Pastorella set to kick it away. And that one will go to the end zone for a touchback. And we'll see how Bishop Moore responds following the Tigers' touchdown from Dunelleon. Spoke to head coach Matt Hedrick before the game of Bishop Moore. He said he wanted to rely on the run game and rely on his 3-star quarterback and Bjorn Jurgensen. One thing we've learned about the Tigers is their defense is stout. They know how to get to the quarterback. 30 sacks coming into this game. So it'll be interesting to see how things develop here as the game unfolds. First and 10 for Bishop Moore. Jurgensen in the shotgun, hands it off to Johnson off the left side, and he's going to be slammed down hard. That's Traquan Rollerson, the 6'3", 186 senior. 16th tackle for loss on the season for number 2. Second and long for the Hornets. Johnson. And gains some of that yardage and some back to make it second and manageable. Check that, third and manageable.
26 in. 13 on 26 in. 26 in, 13 out. Dub. You got dub.
Third down and 8 for Bishop Moore. From their own 23. Sullivan in motion. Jurgensen with time, dumps it off, and that's in the dirt. Sullivan unable to make the catch. And that brings up 4th down for the Hornets, and they'll have to punt it away.
Out to kick on this punt, number 14, Smith-Sard.
So the backup quarterback comes out to punt it away, Smith Ressard. And the dangerous Sean Martin set to return it for Dunelleon. Lined up at his own 38. And that one is a short kick. Takes a Bishop Moore roll. And Dunelleon will take over first down from their own 41-yard line.
Dunelleon Tigers will pick that up, first and 10.
No, 26 took off before the ball. Let's go, defense!
So Dunelleon overcoming the early mistakes. They have a chance to take the lead here in the second quarter with 9:36 to go. Sean Martin, the Navy commit, at quarterback. And looks like Dunelleon doesn't have their personnel together, so it'll be a Dunelleon timeout. And we'll take one as well. You're watching Road to the 305 from the NFHS Network. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. We're tied at 7 apiece. First down and 10 for Dunelleon from their own 41. The 3-star Navy commit, Sean Martin at quarterback, empty set. And he keeps it up the middle. Gets to the second level, and that'll be a gain of about 8 on the play. What a special player Sean Martin is. His uncles and grandfathers were all football players, and he's mentioned before that turned him into a versatile player we see today. And we've seen that. He can run the ball, and on the last drive threw a touchdown to Elijah Towns. And there's Towns on the jet sweep. And that'll be a first down.
Hudson Altenberg on that tackle.
Tackle made by Hudson Altenberg, but not before picking up the first down.
That brings up a first down. First and 10 for the Tigers on the 48.
First and 10 for Dunelleon from the 48. Jeffrey Vickers, the running back. And Vickers has it and darts through the middle. before tripped up. That's a gain of 6.
Riley Boudreaux, number 6. Right up the middle of game of 6. Second and
4. Second down and 4 from Dunelleon from the 43-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield with the quarterback, Sean Martin. And a miscommunication there on the handoff. And Mark will go down for a loss on the play. Brady Roby and Marco Mahajer there on the combined tackle. Third down and 5 for Dunelleon from the 44-yard line. 3 receivers set for the Tigers. Martin looking to throw. Takes a shot, and that picked off. Trenton Gummer still on his feet, and he's got space and speed, and that'll be a pick 6. Huge momentum swing for Bishop Moore.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 11, Trent Gummer.
Head coach Mac Hedrick has said before, he's one of the special athletes he's ever coached. And there is a flag down on the field. We'll see what the call is. Must have been a late flag.
Flag on the play.
So, looks like that'll wipe the touchdown off the board.
First down, Hornets. Blindside block.
So it'll be a blindside block on Bishop Moore. So a penalty wipes a touchdown off the board for Dunelleon, and a blindside block wipes a touchdown off the board. Oh. Okay, so it'll be first down and 10 for Bishop Moore at their own 40-yard line. But Johnson has space, gets to the second level, rolling all the way to the secondary, and a late flag comes out. This could be a face mask.
Amari Johnson picks up 16.
So it'll be a face mask. It'll be a first down. Plus 15 for Bishop Moore. So despite the blindside block on the interception, Bishop Moore in good business here. First down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Bjorn Jurgensen dumps it off to Malachi Smith, and he gets inside the 25-yard line for a short gain.
Malachi Smith on that reception. Run out of bounds by number 11, Malachi Bullock.
And another flag on the field. And this will be a holding on Bishop Moore.
Holding, Hornets.
A lot of penalties early on in this first half for both teams. All costly penalties as well. So second down and 20. Check that, first down and 20 for Bishop Moore. Amari Johnson up the middle, gets a lot of that yardage back. And that'll be back to the original line of scrimmage after a gain of 10.
Sean Martin on the tackle.
Sean Martin on the tackle for the Tigers.
Gain of over 9.
A busy night so far for Amari Johnson. He's had 6 100-yard games this season. Trips right at the bottom of your screen. This time it'll be a QB design run. Jurgensen gains 6 as he gets inside the 25. And we are approaching the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Johnson, the running back. And it's Jurgensen this time. Has space. Nobody in front of him. Touchdown, Hornets.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bjorn Jurgensen.
Ninth rushing touchdown of the season for number 12, Bjorn Jurgensen. Second leading rusher on the team. And caps off another touchdown drive for the Hornets. Kick is up and it goes through. Bishop Moore up 14-7 with 5:45 left to go in the first half. You're watching the NFHS Network from Memorial Stadium. (14-7) is your score. Bishop Moore puts the ball in the end zone for the second time tonight with 5:45 left to go here in the first half. Bjorn Jurgensen runs it in for his 9th touchdown of the season. Second leading rusher on the team, has his team up by 1 score. And there's a pooch kick. And there's a fight for the ball. Bishop Moore says they have it. And they do. What a play call for the Hornets. And they'll set up shop inside the 30-yard line with a short field to work with a chance to go up 2 scores. The officials having a conversation at the 30-yard line, and it'll be Bishop Moore football.
1st and 10, Hornets. That's on the 30.
Got to give a lot of credit to the kicker, Weeble Winston, there on the pooch kick on the far sideline. And the special teams does its job. And we'll take another officials timeout here with 5:42 left to go here in the second quarter. Bishop Moore with a chance to go up 2 scores at Memorial Stadium. This is the NFHS Network.
Advance to the regional championship game. That will play even.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Bishop Moore sets up 1st down and 10 at their own 31-yard line following the recovery on the kickoff. So here comes Jurgensen and the offense. Sullivan in motion. Play fake. Jurgensen on the move and throws this one away. Doesn't like what he saw downfield
Ball is incomplete.
as he was being pressured by that Tigers defense.
Eli Nelson on the pursuit.
Heavy pressure from Eli Nelson from Dunelleon.
2nd and 10.
He's got 5.5 sacks on the season. He was looking for number 6. Second down and 10 for Bishop Moore. This time they give it to Sullivan on a jet sweep. Has a lane, makes a move inside the 20. And that'll be a first down for the Hornets. Gain of 15.
Number 28, Matt Sullivan on that carry.
Smooth run from the sophomore, 5'9".
20-yard pickup.
It'll be first and goal for Bishop Moore at the 10-yard line. Johnson with the carry and met quickly at the line of scrimmage from Javon Frazier's, the Kennesaw commit. Second and goal from the 10-yard line for Bishop Moore. Johnson, another carry, this time off the left side, and picks up a couple, gain of 3.
On that carry, Emily Roberson.
And Matt Sullivan coming back in the game for Bishop Moore. Third down and goal for Bishop Moore from the 6-yard line. Jurgensen keeps it, trying to get the edge, and he's going to fight his way over the goal line. It's a touchdown for a moment, but a flag flies out as well. And this will be in the area of holding, and it is. So that'll make it third down and long. A long third down and goal for Bishop Moore. So we'll see what head coach Matt Hedrick and this Bishop Moore offense has in the playbook for third down and long. This will be from the 15-yard line.
On the 15.
Amari Johnson on Jurgensen's left hip. Jurgensen has time, running out of time, steps up, and he's going to be sacked. Javon Frazier's 7th sack of the season. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Hornets, and here comes the kicking unit. So once again, penalties, a factor for both teams and impacting chances to score.
In position for a field goal, number 48, Winston Weibel.
So this will be Winston Weibel to line up for a 30-yard field goal.
Ball is up.
Kick is up, has the distance, and that is
And it's good.
up and good. So Bishop Moore makes it a 2-score game, up 17-7 with 3:25 left to go in the first half. You're watching the NFHS Network from Memorial Stadium.
3:25 left in the on that kick again will be Winston Weibel.
Back at Memorial Stadium, 17-10 is your score. Bishop Moore makes it a 2-score game with a 30-yard field goal from Winston Weibel. And they will kick it away to the dangerous Malachi Bullock for Dunelleon. This will be another short kick, and that'll be fair caught near their own 30-yard line. So that's when Dunelleon will take over with 3:25 to go here in the first half.
Ball on the 30.
Still haven't seen the starting quarterback for Dunelleon, Dylan Curry. Before the game, spoke to head coach Tommy Sutton of Dunelleon. He said he was battling an ankle injury, so we'll see how things develop so far. We've seen Sean Martin at quarterback, the 3-star Navy commit, and he's still in there. Jeffrey Vickers, the running back, on his left hip. First down and 10 for Dunelleon, and they give it to Vickers up the middle, and that'll be a gain of 6. Tackle made by the hard-hitting safety for Bishop Moore, Hudson Altenberg. And he's not afraid to put his helmet in there and trade some paint. At least second on the team in tackles. Second down and 3 for Dunelleon. 3 receiver set. And they give it to Vickers again, looking for something. And he's going to be wrapped up. Maybe a loss of about half a yard. And knock, knock. Guess who's there? Lance Johnson, the linebacker. Gino Bruscato also in there on the tackle. .2:15 left to go here in the first half. Third down and 4 for Dunelleon. Bishop Moore received the opening kick. Handoff up the middle, and that's Donahue. That'll be a first down. Gain of 6 for the Tigers. First down and 10 for Dunelleon at their own 42-yard line. Martin keeps it off the left side and going to be met and upended there. Sean Martin on the carry. Peter Cannon there on the tackle. Second down and 6 for Dunelleon. And Dunelleon will take a timeout to talk things over with 1:17 left to go. You're watching the NFHS Network from Memorial Stadium for a regional semifinal matchup.
Carlin Rosario, Lila Garzon,
1:17 left to go in the first half. Dunelleon driving the field,
Riley Ergo,
trying to cut this deficit down as they're down 17-10. It'll be second down and 6 for the Tigers from their own 46. Sean Martin looking to throw, and here comes the pressure. Avoids the rush, dumps it off to a wide open target, and he's going to get inside the 35-yard line. That's caught by Tony Tanner from the sophomore. So clock will stop while they reset the chains. And here goes Dunelleon. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. They give it to Donahoe for a gain of 2. Check that, gain of 3. And we're under a minute now. So Dunelleon going to have to go fast here. Sean Martin with time, looking to throw, avoids the pressure, looking for something, and he's going to take it by himself. What speed does he have? Gets inside the 30-yard line. So the Navy commit, Sean Martin, leading the charge for Dunelleon here on this drive with 36.2 seconds left to go. It'll be 3rd down and 1 from the 28-yard line. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Martin with time. Throws a floater. That's almost picked off by Bobby Miller. Mitty Bradford there trying to also get their interception.
Riley Dunelleon, Bobby Miller on that breakup.
Bobby Miller had an interception last week against Eastside. Long-rangey defender has offers from Army, FIU, and Ohio. Big play here, 30 seconds to go, 4th down and 1, and Bishop Moore will take a timeout. And so will we. You're watching the NFHS Network from Memorial Stadium in College Park, Orlando. Fourth down and 1 for Dunelleon. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sean Martin, the quarterback, up the middle. And that'll be a first down. Gets inside the 25, near the 20, and a timeout called by the Tigers.
Lance Johnson on the tackle.
Check that, no timeout. They'll just reset the change. Now the clock will run. And Martin will spike it. So the clock does stop following the first down. So Dunelleon did not have to use a timeout there. 21 seconds to go. 17 to 10.
Tigers spike the ball to stop the clock. 21 seconds left.
Check that, 17 to 7.
2nd and 10.
Dunelleon trying to make it a 3-score deficit with a touchdown. Martin with time. Rolling to the near side, has a block downfield and gets inside the 20-yard line. Goes out of bounds, most importantly, to stop the clock with 14 seconds remaining.
Sean Martin runs out of bounds on the left side to stop the clock. With 14 seconds left, picks up 6.
Sean Martin usually playing running back on offense, averaging 7 yards per carry, but tonight he's handling the responsibilities at quarterback. And the starting quarterback originally, Dylan Curry, out tonight so far with an ankle injury. He is dressed on the sideline, but we haven't seen him in the game yet. 3rd down and 5. Martin takes a shot, one-on-one coverage, and a flag comes out. Both players fighting for it. Malachi Bullock trying to bring it down against Mitty Bradford. We'll see what the call is. It'll be pass interference against Bishop Moore. 9.7 seconds left to go in the first half. Critical penalty, and Dunelleon with a chance to put a touchdown on the board here. They can take a shot to the end zone if they want. So they'll spot the ball, 1st and goal at the 7. At the 8-yard line. Dylan Donahoe, the running back in the backfield. 3 receivers at the top of your screen for the Tigers. And timeout by Bishop Moore.
Timeout, Bishop Moore.
So this next play, huge for both teams. Dunelleon can cut this to a 3-point deficit with a touchdown. But if Bishop Moore can get a stop here, they can go into halftime with a 17-7 lead. Keep in mind, Dunelleon does get the ball to start the second half. So this is a huge play for the Tigers. This Bishop Moore defense comes into this game with 18 sacks, 10 interceptions. They got their 11th tonight. First and goal. 9 seconds left to go in the first half. Sean Martin rolling right, looking end zone, and that picked off. Still on his feet. And a huge shift of momentum and a clutch play for the Bishop Moore defense. Riley Boudreau. First interception of the season, and it comes at a perfect time as the clock expires. Bishop Moore goes into the half up 17-7. Second interception of the night for this Hornets defense. Dunelleon will receive the opening kickoff to start the second half, and it is a winner-go-home situation here for both teams as they try to get to the regional finals next week. You're watching the NFHS Network here at Memorial Stadium, and we'll take it to halftime. Yep. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium for this regional semifinal matchup between Dunelleon and Bishop Moore. The Tigers will receive the opening kickoff. And they'll have a chance to cut into this two-score lead that Bishop Moore has put together in the first half. Both teams have been impacted by penalties, taking points off the board. The Tigers will have the first chance to respond here in the first half. And that'll be fielded near the 10-yard line. And there's a lane, and it'll be dragged down out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. That's number 13, Maverick Skopinski. So far tonight, we haven't seen the starting quarterback for Dunelleon, Dilly Curry. He's out with an ankle injury. We've seen Sean Martin take over the responsibilities tonight at QB1, and he's had a good night. Has a touchdown pass earlier in the first half. That one caught by Elijah Towns, and we'll see what this offense looks like to start the first possession of the third quarter. And there's Dylan Curry in the second half. This will be the first time we see him tonight. Curry goes under center, and they hand it off up the middle. And that'll be Dylan Donahoe. So if you haven't had a chance to see Dylan Curry, he is a efficient player, great mechanics, and I think he's underrated. Over 800 passing yards on the season, 50% completion percentage. Third on the team in rushing as well. He's a special athlete for this Titans offense. So we'll see how that ankle holds up here in the second half.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. And they'll pitch it. Towns one-hands it, and he'll gain about 3 on the play.
On that run, Elijah Towns.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Check that, 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers.
Makes it 3rd and 6. On the 27-yard line.
Dunelleon from their own 27. And a handoff, going to be off the right side, and that won't be good enough for a first down. So that'll bring up 4th down.
Brady Robb, number 57, on that tackle. That is a short gain.
And we'll see what Dunelleon does here. So the punt unit does come out on the field for the Tigers, and on their first drive, they'll go 3 and out. Mark Pastorella to punt it away. And the dangerous Trenton Gummer set to return it. He'll line up at his own 40-yard line. Already has an interception tonight. And a high short kick. And this will be great field position for Bishop Moore. Terrible kick for number 17. That'll roll near the 43-yard line. And Bishop Moore will have great field position to set up with 9:31 to go. So Bion Jorgensen and Amari Johnson comes out for their first offensive possession of this second half. Johnson with 64 rushing yards in the first half. 3 receiver set. Matt Sullivan comes in motion, and it's up the middle. Johnson has a lane, breaking tackles, taking white jerseys with him, still on his feet, and what an effort. Gets inside the 15-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amari Johnson, number 21.
And a huge gain for the Hornets. First down and 10 for Bishop Moore. And that'll be a false start on the Hornets.
False start, 5-yard penalty. We'll make it 1st and 10, 1st and 15.
Amari Johnson eclipsing the 1,000-yard mark last week against Eastside. He ran for 952 yards last season at Willing Park High School in West Virginia. No major offers for the junior so far. And they give it to Matt Sullivan on the jet sweep. And not going to get much there, maybe 2. And he'll be rushed out of bounds.
Goes out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
By Eli Nelson.
In on offense, number 11, Trent Gunner.
So it'll actually be 2nd down and long here for Bishop Moore. From the 17-yard line. Handoff. It's Johnson. And it's Johnson again, taking tacklers with him.
Amari Johnson. On the tackle comes Elijah Towns.
Elijah Towns on the tackle.
3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3 for Bishop Moore.
On the 7-yard line, they can pick up a 1st down at the 5.
And a bunch set on the left side at the bottom of your screen for Bishop Moore. Gummer in motion. Jurgensen keeps it. And he'll go out of bounds. Jurgensen using his legs a lot more tonight. Spoke to head coach Matt Hedrick before the game, and he mentioned number 12 is going to have to use his legs tonight as Bishop Moore down their 2 best receivers in Kenyon Austin and Jackson Anderson. And on 4th down, kicking unit comes out for the Hornets. Winston Weibel already made 1 field goal tonight.
In for the field goal.
And that's a line drive, and that's going to be blocked. And it's picked up by Buscato, but a missed opportunity there for Bishop Moore, and Dunelleon will have the football. 8:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFHS Network.
Tigers come in. 1st and 10.
Back at Memorial Stadium, Dunellion's offense back on the field with their starting quarterback, Dylan Curry. Didn't play the first half at all as he's nursing a ankle injury, and that's his first completion of the night. That's Deshaun Martin, and he breaks the tackle, picks up a 1st down, gain of 11.
Pass is complete on the left side.
Lance Johnson on the tackle for Bishop Moore.
On the tackle. That brings up a 1st down.
4 receivers set, 3 at the bottom of your screen for the Tigers. Curry dumps it off underneath to Martin and wrapped up. Great tackle by number 6, Riley Bedreau, who ended the first half with an interception.
On that tackle is a sure tackle by number 6.
As an offer from Weber University. 10th tackle for loss for number 6.
Loss of 7 makes it 2nd and 17.
So following the loss of 7, that makes it 2nd down and 17 for the Tigers, excuse me. Curry has time, running out of time, and just gets rid of it. Teagan McNeely there
Ball is
with
incomplete.
pressure.
3rd and 17.
Teagan McNeely had 3 sacks during the regular season, had a sack last week against Eastside as well. So it'll be 3rd down and complicated for Dunelleon. 3rd and 17. They need to get to their own 32-yard line. And a timeout is taken by Bishop Moore, and so will we take one as well. Big 3rd down set up here for Dunelleon. We'll take a break. You're watching Road to the 305. This is the NFHS Network. Back at Memorial Stadium, 6:48 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Big 3rd down and 17 coming for Dunelleon. Sean Martin back in quarterback. Martin dumps it off, looking for the screen, and that almost intercepted by Boudreaux. Would have been the 2nd pick of the night, and that one may have gone for 6. For number 6.
10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Oak Alley 30, Titusville 7.
So on comes Mark Pastorella to boot this one away at his own 2-yard line, and the dangerous Trenton Gummer back to return. He lines up at the 45-yard line. Don't want to line drive this one to number 11. This time another short kick, and that's going to go out of bounds near the 30-yard line. So another short field for Bishop Moore to work with. Doesn't do Dunelleon's defense any favors. Two bad punts in a row for Pastorella, and that's got to be frustrating if you're the head coach for Dunelleon. Spoke to Dunelleon's head coach Tommy Sutton before the game, and he felt like his team was ready to go to battle tonight. He knew it would be a challenge with this Bishop Moore offense, but he decided to really lean on this defense coming into this game. Low snap, ball in the ground, and Jurgens is going to have to jump on it. And that'll be a huge loss for Bishop Moore.
Bjorn Jorgensen covers. Second and 30.
So I don't know what the play call could be here for head coach Matt Hedrick, but it's 2nd down and 30. Not many plays in the playbook for this. Jurgensen takes a shot down the sideline, and that one almost complete. But the freshman, Ron Schroeder, unable to bring that one in. Malachi Bullock on the coverage. And Schroeder had a step. He's got 2 touchdowns on the season. So we'll take an official timeout with 5:54 to go in the 3rd. 17-7 is your score. You're watching the NFHS Network from Memorial Stadium.
In the third quarter, Osceola over Durant 35-0.
Welcome back. Jared Oliver here on the call for you for this regional semifinal matchup between Dunelleon and Bishop Moore. They're up 17-10, and Bjorn Jurgensen on a long third down fires, has a wide open Malachi Smith, has a blocker in front of him, and he'll score. Touchdown, Bishop Moore.
On that reception, Malachi Smith.
On a long 3rd and 25, Bjorn Jurgensen comes up clutch for the Hornets. First touchdown of the season for Malachi Smith. Huge play from the freshman. And Winston Weibel makes it 24-7. And a huge explosion from Bishop Moore. 5:42 left to go in the third. You're watching the NFHS Network from Memorial Stadium. 24-7 is your score. 5:42 left to go in the third quarter. Bjorn Jurgensen comes up clutch with a huge third down conversion, resulting in a touchdown on 3rd and 30. Malachi Smith, his first receiving touchdown of the season. And this will be a touchback for Dunelleon. And when I spoke to head coach Matt Hedrick before the game, he said he was going to have to rely on some of the younger guys to step up with the absence of their two leading receivers on this football team. Kenyon Austin out with a knee injury. Jackson Anderson also out, had surgery recently. So we've seen Matt Sullivan, Trenton Gummer, Ron Schroeder, and a lot of guys step up here on offense.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
So Sean Martin back at quarterback for Dunelleon. And that'll be a handoff for a couple yards. That'll be Donahoe.
Peter Cannon on that tackle.
Tackle made by Peter Cannon.
Pick up a 4.
But not before a gain of 4 yards. Second down and 6 for Dunelleon at their own 24-yard line. Another handoff for Donahoe. And fighting for extra yardage. And that'll be a gain of 3. Looking at about 3rd and 1 for Dunelleon. Dunelleon averaging 26 points per game. Only 7 points to show for so far. Third and half a yard for the Tigers. Donahoe, he'll get it and a little bit more as he gets near the 35-yard line. That'll move the chains for a first down.
On that carry, Dylan Donahoe. Peter Cannon at the bottom of that tackle. That gives the Tigers.
And this is a huge drive for Dunelleon. to keep their championship hopes alive. The last time they won state titles, 1978 and 1979. Bishop Moore won one back in 2015. Here's Martin on the quarterback keeper and powers his way forward near the 40-yard line. Tough run from the Navy commit.
On that tackle, one, Bobby Miller. Hudson Altenberg, and you've got Peter Cannon. Gain of about 6. Second and 4.
Second down and 4 for Dunelleon. Martin keeps it, but tackled in the backfield.
Caught in the backfield.
Marco Mahajir,
On that's going to give that to
fifth
Marco
tackle for
Mahajir.
loss on the year. Fourth on the team in tackles. Of course, we mentioned before, he's the son of the UCF athletics director, Terry Mahajir. Had a season high 10 tackles
3rd and 5.
in week 2. Third down and 5 for Dunelleon. From their own 41. Blitz off the edge. Here comes Boudreaux. Ball tipped up, and that's caught. Heads up play from Tony Tanner.
Batted around, brings up 4th down and 3.
And that could have been a backbreaker for Dunelleon. So that'll bring up 4th down and about 3. Haven't seen the Tigers take a shot downfield since the first quarter. Fourth and 3 for the Tigers. Martin keeps it, and he's going to be stalemated. Huge hit at the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 13, that is Peter Cannon.
Peter Cannon delivering the blow on 4th down. Turnover on downs,
Give some credit
and that'll be Bishop Moore football.
to Marco Mahajir at the same time.
Big time play made by that front 7
Over on down.
for Bishop Moore. So the offense will come back out on the field. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Already up 24-7. A touchdown here opens this game up. Bjorn Jurgensen, a touchdown pass on their last drive. Here's Amari Johnson. And that'll be good for a gain of 5.
Amari Johnson on that carry, pick up 6.
Bishop Moore trying to up the tempo here. Second down and 4. And another handoff to Johnson. Has a lane. Gets to the second level. Crosses the 25-yard line. First down for the Hornets. Gain of 14. Amari Johnson came into this game averaging 6 yards per tote.
First down. First and 10 on the 24.
Play fake. Jurgensen to the freshman Schroeder, and fights forward near the 15-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8.
That's a pickup of 8. On that tackle was number 16, Damian Hennings.
Bjorn Jurgensen with a 134.8 QBR, averaging 221 passing yards on the year. Bobbled snap, gives it to Johnson, and still picking up yardage.
Amari Johnson.
That front 7 for Dunelleon not making contact at the line of scrimmage. That'll make it first and goal for Bishop Moore. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 24-7. Bishop Moore up. A chance to add more to their lead. First and goal for Bishop Moore at the 8-yard line. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Jurgensen, QB design run, avoids 1 tackle, and he's got eyes for 6. Jurgensen to the end zone. Second rushing score of the night for number 12. And the 3-star quarterback has his team with their eyes set on the next round of the playoffs. And that'll make it 10 rushing touchdowns on the season for Bjorn Jurgensen.
Number 48, Winston Bible. Ball is up.
Bishop Moore averaging 34 points per game. They're on pace to hit that mark. They've got it 31-7 with 6.9 to go in the third quarter. This is Road to the 305.
Third quarter. Bishop.
Thirty-one to 7 is your score. 6.9 to go here in the third quarter. And what a job Bjorn Jurgensen has done in this second half. 2 rushing touchdowns. He's got 10 now on the season. And Jurgensen has been nothing but efficient for the Hornets all season long. And a late flag comes out. And this could be a personal foul. And that'll be a personal foul against Bishop Moore. So Dunelleon will come out on the field. 3 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And it is an uphill battle for the Tigers, down 31-7. Bjorn Jurgensen, 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. Started the season at number 55 in his class among quarterbacks across the country. He's now moved into the top 30.
First and 10 on the 40.
And that'll be a handoff to Donahoe.
Blaze
Gain of
Allen
3.
on the tackle.
And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter, 31-7. Bishop Moore in full control here in the regional semifinal against the Dunelleon Tigers. You're watching the NFHS Network, Road to the 305. Jared Oliver on the call with you tonight on the NFHS Network, 31-7. Bishop Moore up here at Memorial Stadium in the regional semifinals. Dunelleon has the ball 2nd and 6, but this will be a false start on the Tigers, and that'll back them up 5. As both teams switch sides to start the fourth quarter, we did see the linebacker for Bishop Moore, Lance Johnson, walk off the field. He did walk off on his own, and it could be cramps Looks like the trainers are on the sideline trying to give him some hydration. So despite the weather tonight, a cool breeze in the air, but players still dealing with cramps. Here's Sean Martin at quarterback for the Tigers. Dials one up and overshoots his target. Nobody home there. That was intended for Corey Rollerson. And Trenton Gummer on the coverage. And another flag on the field. This will be against Bishop Moore. Defensive holding against the Hornets. So that'll make it 2nd down and 1 for Dunelleon at their own 49.
Makes it 2nd and 1.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Sean Martin at QB. And it'll be a QB design run. Has room off the right side. Bursts through, gets to the secondary, and he'll take it inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a 1st down, but not before. First and 10 for Sean Martin and this Dunelleon offense. Handoff. He's got space and almost broke that one. That's Jeffrey Vickers, who had 9 carries for 46 yards last week against Mount Dora. 2nd leading rusher on this Dunelleon offense. So 2nd down and half a yard for the Tigers. Back to Vickers. Has the 1st down and more inside the 20. And somersaults his way for a 1st down. And Marco Mahajer, a little slow to get up there after the tackle. This is a gotta have it drive for the Tigers. 1st down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Back to Vickers, bounces it off the edge. Still on his feet, reverses field. Flag out on the play. 1 man to beat, and he does. 2nd flag comes out. It'll be a touchdown, and let's see if this stands. 2 flags out on the field. 1 at the 14-yard line. And 1 in the back, in the secondary. And another blindside block against Dunelleon and a face mask against Bishop Moore. Those penalties will offset, and they'll repeat the down.
Double penalty on that.
So following the offsetting penalties, it'll be 1st down and 10 for Dunelleon at the 17-yard line. Sean Martin gives it to Donahoe, and he gets inside the 10-yard line.
On that carry,
and there's Lance Johnson for the tackle. Bishop Moore's the leading tackler.
Close to a 1st down. Third and 1 left.
And following the 9-yard run from Donahoe, that brings up 2nd down and 1. Martin keeps it, puts his head down, and that'll be good for a 1st down. Gets inside the 5.
Marco Mahajer.
And that'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers. 9:33 to go here in this football game. Dunelleon down 31-7. They're going to have a few things go their way to get back in this football game. It's got to start here. First down and goal for Dunelleon from the 8-yard line. Martin off the edge. He's got the speed and gets inside the pylon. Touchdown, Tigers. Despite the scoreboard, Sean Martin has been special tonight for Dunelleon. A great athlete he is, the 3-star Navy commit. Third touchdown of the season for number 4. So Dunelleon will go for 2 here. Brody Rowland in at quarterback, and they hand it off, and that's going to be good. 2-point conversion is successful. Javen Frazier's in, and that'll make it 31-15. 9:09 left to play in this football game. And there's a conversation down at the 2-yard line. Not sure what it is. And there's the confirmation. 2-point conversion is successful. So it'll be 31-15. Bishop Moore still up. But that makes it a little bit easier for the Tigers to come back. You're watching the NFHS Network from Memorial Stadium.
Kickoff.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Jared Oliver on the call tonight for this regional semifinal matchup in the 3A bracket. Bishop Moore up 31-15. Dunelleon takes it down the field to score. And they've still got work to do. Here's a short kick going to be returned by Trenton Gummer near the 17-yard line. And he's got space and blockers in front of him and couldn't get past a Tiger. But they'll have great field position for the offense. Well, here comes Bjorn Jurgensen and this offense. A touchdown here would be clutch for the Hornets. The 3-star takes the snap and gives it to Johnson. And he's had a heavy load tonight. We've seen a lot of action from number 21.
No gain. Number 21, Amari Johnson.
Johnson ran for 128 on 23 carries last week, 2 touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. Tonight it's been about the running game from Bjorn Jurgensen. 2 rushing touchdowns on the night. And Jurgensen changes the play. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Jurgensen keeps it. A lot of space up the middle. That'll be for a first down. And more as well. Gain of 13 for number 12. Second leading rusher on the team. Bjorn Jurgensen moved into the top 30 in the 2026 class at his position. Started the season at number 55. And what a special class of quarterbacks here in Central Florida this year. Brady Hart at Cocoa. Sabby Misick And Johnson has speeds, got the corner, and another flag comes out. Second flag comes out. This could be in the area of holding.
Key block on that play by number 75, Johnny Fable.
Last week we were at Lake Mary, and we had a chance to see the four-star quarterback over there, Noah Grubbs. Went 7 for 7 in the first half with 176 passing yards. Finished the night with 5 touchdown passes on 14 attempts. So this 2026 class is special here in Central Florida. Haven't seen a class like this in about over a decade. Of course, a lot of people around here remember Blake Bortles and what he did, and went on to have a special career at UCF and a respectable NFL career as well. So Bjorn Jurgensen trying to keep the streamline of talented quarterbacks here in Central Florida. Johnson on the handoff, and that'll be for a gain of about 2 on the play.
Javon Frazier on the tackle.
And before this game, head coach Matt Hedrick, who's in his 23rd season as the head coach, said, we're going to rely a lot on number 12 tonight, and he's delivered.
2nd and 5.
He's had a decent game through the air, but the storyline here has been what he's done on the ground. 2 rushing touchdowns. And Jurgensen once again keeps it. And he's not a small guy. He's a solid guy, about 6'3", 185. He's a tough guy, and he can move. Deceptive speed is what people like to say. And Bishop Moore trying to bleed clock here, approaching the 6-minute mark. 31-15, and it's a 3rd down and 5. And Dunelleon needs a stop. And a timeout's going to be taken. Official timeout. It'll be a water break, the final one of tonight. 31-15 is your score. Bishop Moore driving. You're watching the NFHS Network. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. 5:59 left to go here in the football game. Winner of tonight is going to play the winner between number 1 O'Galley and number 4 Titusville. And right now the Terriers up 37-7 against Titusville. Once again, the winner of tonight's game between Bishop Moore and Dunelleon will play the winner of Titusville and O'Galley. And O'Galley up 37-7 in the 4th quarter.
3 makes it 4th and 2nd.
And Bishop Moore trying to bleed clock here in the 4th quarter. Big 4th down here for the Hornets. Jurgensen under center, and Dunelleon showing blitz. And a flag blows it dead. It's going to be a timeout for Bishop Moore, and head coach Matt Hedrick upset with something. Looks like he's wanted to talk to the official, or maybe he just didn't like his personnel. So a timeout on the field, we'll take one as well. 5:02 left to go here. Back at Memorial Stadium, 4th down and 2 for Bishop Moore. And they're trying to keep this drive alive to bleed clock. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Bjorn Jurgensen keeps it. Got the first down and more. And almost broke that one, but tripped up.
First down.
Inside the 15-yard line. And as we've mentioned, that's been the story tonight. Jurgensen doing it with his legs. Keeps the clock running. Under 5 minutes here left in the football game. Up 2 scores.
Picked up the first down and 7 more. Makes a first down on the 25, first and 10.
All season long, Jurgensen has just been efficient, just like this guy as well, Johnson. Never letting the first guy bring him down.
Picks up 7 on the left side.
And Johnson eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark rushing last week. Ran for 952 last year at Willing Park High School in West Virginia. And they give it to him again. This time, going to be wrapped up.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
For no gain. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And Dunelleon will take a timeout with 3:53 to go. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Hornets. And we'll take one as well. You're watching the NFHS Network. Back at Memorial Stadium, Bishop Moore trying to put the icebreaker here on this game. 3rd down and 5 at the 20-yard line. Matt Sullivan in motion. Jurgensen keeps it and looking for an open man and looking for Magnus Talma there. Couldn't bring in the catch. For most of the night, Bishop Moore and this offense has been efficient. Bjorn Jurgensen coming into this game with a 134.8 QBR rating.
Who saved the touchdown.
Score update. O'Galley up 44-7 against Titusville.
Player down.
And if everything holds here, Bishop Moore will meet O'Galley in the regional final. Injury on the field. Looks like that's going to be number 76, Grant Allen. And he will be able to walk off on his own. Good sign there for the big fella. So it looks like O'Galley will go to 11-1 after tonight. And if everything holds here, Bishop Moore will meet them in the regional final. Fourth down for Bishop Moore at the 20-yard line. Jurgensen sprinting right and fires one into the turf. And that'll be a turnover on downs. And Dunelleon will take over with 3:42 left to go, down 2 scores. So the Tigers going to have to go quick here.
3:42 left in the 4th quarter.
So we've seen a few plays from Dunellion's starting quarterback, Dylan Curry, came into this game with an ankle injury. And for most of the night, it's been Sean Martin the Navy committed quarterback, comes back out as well. Dylan Curry suffered an ankle injury. And the defense for Bishop Moore trying to get enough players out on the field. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen for the Tigers. Martin avoids the rush and tries to fire one. That's going to be tipped up and intercepted, and it's the big fella inside the 10-yard line. Brady Roby, the sophomore. What a play from the big fella. And that's going to ice any chance for the Tigers to come back in this one. And I got to admit, there's no better play in football than a big man interception. That's the second best play. The first best play is a thick 6. That's going to be fun to watch in film. So the offense for Bishop Moore sets up first down and goal on the 6-yard line. 3:31 to go in the football game. And the winner here is going to await O'Galley in the regional final. And Bishop Moore will take a timeout to get their personnel together. We'll take one as well. Bishop Moore up 31-15 here in the regional semifinal. .331 left to go in the football game. Bishop Moore up 31-15, and they've got the ball first down and goal at the 6-yard line following the interception by Brady Roby, the big defensive tackle.
First and 10 on the first and goal on the 5.
So Jurgensen gives it to Johnson. Johnson's got eyes for 6, and that'll be a touchdown. Easy walk-in score, and that'll do it for this one. Bishop Moore averaging 34 points per game. They're at 37 with the PAT pending. It's been an all-around game tonight for Bishop Moore. They took their chances and made some plays through the air with Bjorn Jurgensen, but tonight it'll be all about the running game and how effective Bjorn Jurgensen was with his legs. 2 rushing touchdowns, and Johnson put 6 more on the board as well. So Bishop Moore will win tonight. O'Galley will beat Titusville as well. So O'Galley is the 1 seed, so they'll have home field advantage in the regional final.
Dr. Phillips Panthers beat the Jupiter Warriors 35-0.
Other scores around the area. Dr. Phillips beats Jupiter tonight.
Final, Cocoa Tigers 37, Berkeley Prep 12.
Cocoa Tigers also winning tonight. A lot of people have them running the table in the playoffs. So next week will be an interesting matchup between Bishop Moore and O'Galley, 2 teams who can light up the scoreboard. O'Galley up 44-7 in the 4th quarter against Titusville.
Fair catch.
And Bishop Moore up 38-15 here with 3:25 to play.
Put the ball.
Got to give a lot of credit to both teams here tonight. Both teams banged up. A lot of their star players aiding injuries. Matt Hedrick, the head coach for Bishop Moore, without his two top receivers in Kenyon Austin and Jackson Anderson. Jackson Anderson had surgery recently, and Kenyon Austin out with a knee injury. His timeline to return is, we still don't know what it is, so that's something to look at and be conscious of moving forward. But also for Dunelleon tonight, for most of the night, they've been without their starting quarterback, Dylan Curry, and he's sort of the engine to this offense. And Dunelleon has so many weapons, led with Sean Martin, who's had to take over quarterback duties tonight. Threw a touchdown in the first half to Elijah Towns, but just too much Bishop Moore tonight. And Bishop Moore made the plays when they needed to. Bjorn Jurgensen keeping plays alive on big third downs, and the biggest play of the night was a 3rd and 30 for Bishop Moore. Bjorn Jurgensen throws a touchdown to Malachi Smith, and that'll take the wind out of your sails if you're Dunelleon. Here's the Navy commit, and he just makes plays so easily, ad-libbing, and a special athlete he is in Sean Martin, but just not enough plays tonight. And Bishop Moore came into this game as the heavy favorite, but a lot of people thought it would be a closer game than what it is. But as we mentioned, for most of the night, Dylan Curry, the starting quarterback for the Tigers, not really making much of an impact tonight. And if you look at the entirety of the game, both teams made costly penalties, taking points off the board. A late flag flies here. And it looks like this may be an illegal man downfield.
Mitty Bradford on that breakup.
Mitty Bradford on the coverage breaks it up. So it is an ineligible man downfield on Dunelleon. So that'll back the Tigers up at their own 35. And on 1st down and 15, plenty of time for the Navy commit to work, and he'll go out of bounds near midfield. Sean Martin has been a busy Tiger tonight for Dunelleon.
Picks up the 1st down.
Leading rusher for the team, but has had to take over quarterback duties tonight. Also plays basketball as well. .201 left to go in the game. And a flag comes out. This will be a false start against Dunelleon. So the last state title that Bishop Moore won was in 2015 over at Camping World Stadium. It's the 23rd season for head coach Matt Hedrick. They'll move to 10-2, and they went undefeated in district play. And they're the 55th ranked team in the state of Florida. That's according to Max Preps. So things are looking good for the Hornets here in College Park, Orlando, Florida. And that'll be a sack. So we're under 2 minutes to go here. Logan Radford on the tackle. So that'll make it 2nd and 16. And that one nearly intercepted, tipped up, and that'll be incomplete. Intended receiver Malachi Bullock.
That pass was intended for number 11, Malachi Bullock. Incomplete.
So Bishop Moore, they believe they have a team to go the distance. And so far, so good. Convincing win here in round 2 in the 3A bracket. And takes a shot downfield here, and that one nearly intercepted by Will Jusme. That'll bring up 4th down for Dunelleon.
Broken out by number 2, Will Jusme.
And I think a lot of things, Bishop Moore is good at a lot of things, but I think one thing that people don't pay attention to is the depth they have on offense and defense. They can go 3 deep at linebacker, 2 and 3 deep in the secondary, and a lot of their guys can play both ways as well. So depth is a factor, especially this late in the season. Another heave down the field, and that'll be pass interference on Brady Midford. Excuse me, Mitty Bradford. Sorry about that. A lot of penalties tonight on both teams. A lot of costly penalties have taken points off the board. That'll be a pass interference on Mitty Bradford. So that'll be a 1st down for Dunelleon. They'll spot the ball at the 41.
Bring up a 4th and 2 for the Tigers.
Check that, sorry, 4th and 2 at the 41. Martin to throw over the middle, ground ball, and that is incomplete. So that'll be a turnover on downs. 53 seconds to go, and the offense will just kneel this one down
53 seconds left on
to burn out the clock. So they'll win this one 38-15, and what a night for Bishop Moore and this offense and this defense. Creating turnovers, efficient on 3rd downs when they needed to be on offense, and we're set up for some more good football as the postseason moves along here in the state of Florida for football in high school. Bjorn Jurgensen under center, takes a knee.
Bishop Moore takes a knee.
And what a night for him. 2 rushing touchdowns. That's been the story for him. Head coach Matt Hedrick knew he was going to have to lean on his 3-star quarterback in the Virginia commit, despite being down 2 of his best receivers tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that'll do it. Bishop Moore is headed to the next round. Next week, it'll be number 1 versus number 2. Bishop Moore will go to Oak Galley for the regional final matchup in the 3A bracket. 38-15 is your final score here from Memorial Stadium. I'm Jared Oliver on the call tonight. This is the NFHS Network. We'll see where the bracket takes us next week. Thanks for watching.
Well, these 2 teams meet on the 50-yard line, extending the craft and sport.